What's up guys, it's time to do some Sunday live arena. I didn't do PvP for a couple of days just because I was busy doing other stuff, but I did watch my last video from live arena, and actually I had the same issue with the second last one, and I noticed that there were several fights where I picked Necret, and I probably should have picked him a bit later rather than second or third pick. And if I did pick him later, I probably would have gone with support Wukong in those fights. So that's kind of the plan today, that I want to hold on with that and maybe go with Wukong a bit more often. But there is some fights where he would be super good, and honestly I don't mind my enemy picking Necret either, because if my plan is to go with Necret or Wukong and they end up picking Necret and I get the Wukong, it can often be a very good matchup. So with that, let's go to today's fights. I'm also still waiting to get the White Queen. I will definitely use him in the first video. Use her on the first video when I get her. And yeah, we will go from there. I'm not sure if it's gonna be one of my main picks. I can't really say beforehand, but I'm definitely gonna give her a fair shake. And I might actually put her in the first video on Duchess gear and see what I can do with her at the best. It's kind of like I mentioned in another video that I think the main issue for live arena that does seem to be with the White Queen, oh okay, he went with Wukong, is that she doesn't really have any sustain, so you kind of need another champion with heals or her in bolster and so on. So I don't think 6-piece Stone Skin cuts it if she's the only healer I got. Or she's not a healer. Only thing she does is heals. But they open with Siphi and Nuke Wukong, which is very apparent with the Soul Ring Blessing. So let's go with UDK and Rotos, which I think is a fairly safe choice. I don't know if I'm rusty, because I think it's like 2 or 3 days since I played live arena, so we will find out. Okay, with this combination, Taras and Maritska isn't that bad at all. Even if he picks Lockout now, we can totally ban it, so the team is very safe at this point. The only issue is that we can't really go with Helicat, because he could go with Lockout. I guess we're gonna go with Xena. I kind of want to go with Helicat, to be honest though, but let me think about it. If he goes with Lockout, yeah, I can't really... Should I go with Helicat anyway, instead of Necret maybe? I could consider doing that. No, let's just go with Necret. In this team, let's go with Necret. I probably could have gone with Helicat. I think probably a couple of champions in my team would resist the buff strip on the Nuke Helicat, or at least the... Okay, he went with Morto, that's kind of interesting. I'll ban it, I'll play safe. I think he's gonna ban Rotos since he picked Morto, I think that's almost certain, but if I went with the Helicat, I think probably my UDK and Duchess would resist the block buff debuff from him. Yeah, okay, he banned Rotos, I kind of expected. The issue here isn't gonna be the damage, but if we can survive, or it's gonna be their damage. But the good thing is that we have UDK, so Wukong is not gonna be able to polymorph our Xena, because if he was, then we would lose the fight instantly. But at least that's not gonna happen. And okay, he opened with the... That's kind of surprising. He opened with the debuffs, and honestly, the Siphi looks quite squishy. I'm pretty certain that Xena can one-shot her, at least if we proc Helm Smasher, but maybe even possibly without it. Let's see. Okay, yeah. I think that was pretty good margin. I don't think that was even close. That Siphi was probably like 80k HP or something like that. But I mean, she's gonna get revived by Maritska passive, And this fight is a ticking time bomb for us. Not because of Taras reducing our attack with his passive, because Xena also does that with her own passive and kind of cancels it out. What do I want to do here? Okay, let's just kill Wukong and get rid of the attack buff, I guess. And get some... Okay, never mind, I got feared. And maybe get some extra speed and attack from Kill Streak and Burden of Death Masteries, but even though Taras didn't one-shot us, because we have both double bolster, UDK and Necret, and we're not gonna lose the fight because of him reducing our Xena attack, but it's still a ticking time bomb, and we basically need to end it before the protection and immunity ends, otherwise we are gonna be in big trouble, so we will see about that. Maybe actually, I don't know if I have the damage to kill the Maritzka with the A1 now, but if I'm able to do it, I think actually... okay, was so close. I think Necret would have probably got in and killed the Siphi before she gets a turn, because she does get revived at 75% turn meter, which is the big issue with Maritzka heals or the Maritzka Siphi combination. But if we can get the Necret to cut in with the ally attack, that would have been perfect. But maybe if we can kill the Maritzka with the ally attack now and then go with Xena, that would be even better. But we pretty much need to do it now. If Taras gets another AoE, he's just gonna one-shot Xena. Okay, the Siphi is too fast. I thought we would totally got in there, but nope. Okay, now it's gonna get really scary. One turn left of the whale up as well. If we had the whale, that would help a little bit, but I'm afraid Xena is gonna get one shot. And if she does, I do have a revive, but that's not good enough to protect her. He has a fast Siphi and 2 champions with AoE nuke, so... Okay, we survived the A1, but we got attacked. What? Why did he surrender? I feel like he totally had a chance to win it still because of the attack buff, but I guess he gave up. I mean, I would have given the immunity and a new strength on Xena, but it was still kind of shaky. I'm not even sure if I would have won it, but probably, I guess. At least that's what he thought. But yeah, that's the issue that I often run into. That I mean, I have said it before. It might be boring that I always complain about the same thing, but I really want to get just one really good nuker. I mean, of course, I want to get all of them, but I need specifically one that isn't bothered by buff strip on the enemy teams, and or has a decent matchup against. What should I go with? Should I just go with Duchess and Unity? Let's go with this. And has a decent matchup against Taros, because the issue, like in the last fight, was that I basically couldn't pick any other nuker than Xena in that situation, and I couldn't go with Helicat, which is my other safe choice. Yeah, again they got the Wukong, which I was preparing to pick, but I can't go with Helicat if they have the Wukong, and very often nowadays I see both Wukong and Lady Mikage in the same team. So I need some kind of alternative tanky champion that can deal with Wukong, and that's not Helicat, so... Okay, so I guess we're gonna go with Protoss against the Harimo, but what is gonna be our last pick? I think we might go with I guess we're gonna go with Necret again. But maybe I will go with Quintus in this fight instead of Xena. Unless for... yeah, never mind. I guess I'm locked into the Necro pick now. If I knew what his last 2 picks is, maybe I could have gone with Lady Mikage, but it's too late to do that now. I guess I can still go with Helicat if I do decide to ban Wukong. That is definitely an option here. Should I actually do it? He does have the buff strip on Mikage. But even still, I mean, when she does the buff strip, I will have the defense buff. I think he's definitely planning to... hard choice. I think I'm still gonna go with Xena. Yeah, I think he's definitely planning to ban my Necret and deal with me with Constantine. Should I actually ban the Mikage? Yeah, I think I'm gonna ban the Mikage. The rest of his team, the Constantine and Wukong, are pretty squishy. I can probably get a double kill with Xena AoE, even with the Harima passive up. Not on the other, not on Siphi and Harima, but maybe on Constantine and Wukong. And if I can do that, then it might be pretty good. Okay, both Harima and Siphi are fairly low HP as well. I'm still not gonna one-shot them with Harima passive, but it's gonna be kind of close, I think. I feel like he made a mistake polymorphing my Necreter. He definitely should have polymorphed Xena to prevent her from getting turned, but now it's kind of looking pretty good for me, I think. Okay, that didn't do a lot of damage. My Justice is way too tanky for the uninitiated. Okay, can we get the double kill? Okay, yeah, I almost killed that Siphi and Harima, so it went kind of exactly how I predicted, yeah. They didn't look that tanky. I think often Harima has only 16k base HP, and often people try to build a little bit HP on her just because, so she doesn't get one shot by raw damage, because her passive otherwise is great, but you need to keep her alive to proc it. But yeah, he had pretty low HP on Harima. Okay, it's kind of looking bad though. I still have the revive, and I guess... nah, it should be fine. Yeah, it should be fine. Yeah, Rotos is gonna get turned. Even if Wukong kills the Xena now, I think I should be good. Right? Yeah, even with the Harima passive, if the Siphi has this low base HP and is at this low, I think we can kill it with the 8-3, and I don't know if I should kill Constantine or... yeah, let's just kill Constantine. I might weak it on Harima, and in that case Harima might not even die, so maybe this is the safer choice. This fight might have been kind of close actually, but looks like we got it. Unless she now does the... I don't think she has it yet, but if she would do the triple hit... oh, she does. Are we gonna lose at the last second? So close. Okay, I think maybe we actually lost. Oh, he haven't got the counter attack from the taunted Duchess. Okay, it was super close, yeah. Damn, I almost had it in the back, but no. Anyway, close enough, moving on. I kind of didn't want to pick the Xena, but actually she probably was the right choice there. I think if I went with Helicat instead of Xena, I definitely would have done worse, I would assume. Well, maybe. It's kind of unusual matchup, so I'm not 100% sure what would have happened. And yeah, if I'm the second pick and they open with the first pick Siphi, even if I'm not gonna go for Rotos and UDK, maybe I'll just pick UDK, but it's still pretty safe choice at this situation. Wait, this isn't the same guy that we just fought. I already picked UDK and he instantly went with Nuke Wukong, which is kind of surprising. But I guess I think we're gonna go with the exact same team again. There's not a lot of variation in the fights so far today, at least. Helicat isn't an option, Tormin is probably not going to be an option, and I need to pick something at this point. Okay, let's go with Necret and Xena. He already has 2 nukers. He doesn't want to pick the Rotos, and I could still go with Quintus actually if I do want to, but if he bans Necret and my 2 nukers are Quintus and Xena, both of them are just gonna get one shot by any AoE nuke, so I don't know how I feel about that. Okay, but Rotos doesn't have very good matchup against. I always forget this champion's name, but I think I have to go with Rotos. Yeah, there's no other choice. If he picked the champions in a bit different order, I probably would have gone with different team and maybe didn't ban the Warlord, but I kind of have to do it at this point. But the combination of him having that primal champion who's gonna taunt me, along with Harima passive, and I can weak hit on that champion as well, I'm in a pretty bad situation. I don't know if I can get through that champion at all. My only hope is maybe to wait for the first taunt to end, and maybe I can kill Siphi just with the A1 and A2, not using the A3. This one is a lot more tanky Siphi though than the other 2 we fought earlier today, so well, maybe I get lucky and either Harima or whatever that champion's name is that I always forget, maybe one of them gets polymorphed, and that might be the way to go for me in this fight. I can't open with the A2 because of the block buff, stay buff. Okay, so there's a chance when I hit these champions with Revive on Death up because of his passive, there's a chance that I can get petrified here. It's only 30%, but it can happen. Usually they switch to the second form on the first turn. They don't generally start with this one, but he went with the other way. Okay, Necret got Stone Skin, or not Stone Skin, Petrification, but Rotos didn't, so that's totally fine. It's almost good because that means that Necret takes less damage, and he already had the block buff, stay buff on him anyway, so it's not like the fact that he can't be buffed doesn't really make any difference at this point. But okay, I think the Siphi is gonna get to full health by the time that I can do anything with Rotos, so yeah, I think usually people avoid using that skill, but maybe that's why they switched the form. No, it's not because of that. Like, him burning my entire team is pretty risky, and if she gets polymorphed in that state, it would have been very good for me. But I guess it didn't happen. I got kind of lucky with the, well, maybe not lucky, but I could have had a lot worse RNG if my Rotos got petrified as well, so if I do the A3 right now with Rotos, it's actually gonna do less damage than the A2 on Siphi, and it wouldn't even be close. I definitely can't kill the Siphi with the A3, not with Harima passive up. So we're gonna kill the Wukong to get the benefits out of the masteries, and then do A2 on the Siphi. I could have gambled on not weak hitting on Harima as well, and if I did crit, I would have definitely killed her, but I went with safer option. Yeah, that block buff debuff is super annoying. At least we have gotten 2 A2s out. Yeah, I can't do it again. We have gotten 2 A2s out, and not gonna take too long until my Rotos can block revive. Oh, damn, if I just had a little bit more damage there. Maybe if I get a crit with UDK A2, it might be enough. Come on. Okay. Yeah, even if she got revived, that should be okay. Okay, never mind, she's fast enough. The thing is that when you get the... wait, Necrot got it, nice. When you get the normal revive on death, you're not gonna get revived with any turn meter. And basically it's like, it's infinitely worse than Mariska passive, which is also basically a revive on death, except that it revives you with 75% turn meter, and that's actually very huge deal for PvP. And if they just turned it down, or at least had a cooldown on it or something, Mariska would be way more balanced. But the fact that she always revives the entire team with 75% turn meter is the reason why she's so OP and game breaking. But as you can see, a normal revive on death, even though Siphi did get a turn, but she barely got a turn before my Rotos, and I'm sure that is a very fast Siphi, but it's actually not that strong for PvP, and yeah, it's a lot more balanced, I would say. It is big part of the reason why Siphi is so strong, even though she does many other things as well, but she does revive not even at 75% turn meter, but full turn meter, and that's what makes the combination of both Siphi and Mariska so OP, and why they're always paired together. Maybe even more, I mean, definitely. Oh my god, are we still gonna lose this at the end? Come on, no weak hit, just give a crit and she's gonna die. Oh, so, okay, yeah, good. So, I would probably say, I mean, I didn't look this up, and I guess you can't really look it up even on Hell Hades' website, unless they can see it somehow. But probably Siphi and Mariska are picked more often together in live arena than Mariska and Taras. I'm pretty sure, but I can't state that as a fact. But those two together are almost a duo team as well. So yeah, it was a pretty close fight. I kind of knew it from the big phase that we're not gonna have a good matchup against Arix. I don't know why, for the life of me, I can't remember the champion's name, but every time I fight him on a video, I don't remember her name, and then I look it up afterwards, and then I forget about it instantly. So it is what it is. By the way, you don't get a lot of seal set and whatever is the other one called. In either case, I don't have a single half decent piece on either set, and even if I had, I don't know if I would use steel set at all. The other set, maybe I could use it on Hydra, but even after playing live arena this much, I never mind making a full set, but I don't even have a single usable piece of gear, so... But I do love getting these primal shards from live arena. I remember before we got these that I was always saying that they need to give more rewards from live arena, and it's not... it takes so much time, it should have better rewards and that wouldn't be game breaking. And we did get the primal shard, so that is pretty good for those people that aren't really super keen on buying them, though it's still gonna be very RNG and it might take people a couple years until they pull their first primal champion. I actually already did pull my first one, though it was a Lady Mikage, which is kind of unlucky in a way, and it wasn't from the primal shards, but it was from the remnant summon that you get from Cursed City. But I can't really complain about that because I haven't finished the normal Lady Mikage fusion yet, so... Although I'm not using Lady Mikage as much as maybe other people do, but for instance in this situation he's definitely gonna go first and get the immunity buff up, so I don't know if I really can fit in Mikage. But okay, maybe in this fight we're not gonna go with Necret. I suspect we're gonna go with Tormin, but let's save it for the last pick. We could still totally go with Xena even without Necret, but let's see what he does. Okay, I was kind of expecting something like this. So both Rotos and Tormin have okay matchup against Lockout and UDK, and Mithril has a great matchup against Lockout. The Ronda will destroy me if she can go, and he's probably gonna ban one of my nukers, and that means that if Ronda can just disable or do one A2, then the other one will guaranteed die and not proc passive, and I would lose the fight. So I'm gonna ban the Ronda actually instead of Lockout. And that's why, yeah, I knew it. That's why when he early picked the Lockout, I already was kind of preparing to go with Tormin so that I don't have to ban the Lockout. Anyway, let's get a massive win streak on Sunday. We don't have the worst start, but it isn't a super impressive start yet. Yeah, that's the funny thing. UDK actually has very good matchup against Shorted, which might seem a bit weird on paper, but the thing is that, as you can see in my team for instance, I have lots of champions in Stone Skin, only Tormin isn't in Stone Skin, and when Shorted does his hard-hitting single target nuke, it's okay, I thought I broke the counter attack there. The single target nuke is gonna go through Stone Skin, but not the AoE. And if he wants to really kill one specific champion, like my Duchess or Tormin, he can't target them, and if he doesn't proc the passive on the AoE nuke, everybody in my team could easily survive it, so it kind of gives us some time at the start of the fight, but let's see if my Tormin dies here or not. Oh, he went for A1, but we didn't get a lot of passive procs, and he actually did survive it, so that's good. I do have the Cruelty Blessing on Tormin, so we're gonna get a bit increased damage over time. But the issue is that I think I have is it 2-star Blessing, and it's nowhere as good as it can get. I really need to get wait, this George is gonna go first. Ah, god damn it. I think my Tormin is like 220 speed, it's a bit too slow. He might die. Yeah, he might die here. Ah, it's not looking good. I'm gonna reduce their defense a bit on Cruelty Blessing and get more damage, but I don't have it super high, and I'm not even getting the increased defense or crit damage after the change with Blessing. I think you need to have 3-star Blessing for the defense, so I actually lost a good amount of damage on my Tormin, and even before the Blessing update, his damage was the issue. Okay, he's just slapping us super hard with all of the 30-meter boost that he has. Maybe I should have gone for Xena after all, even though that wasn't my original first choice, but I should have done it. Because with both Arbiter and Siphi, he can totally just not do the turn meter boost on Siphi and then do Arbiter turn meter boost, which wouldn't proc the Xena passive, but I think we lost this fight. I don't see any comeback anymore. My Tormin doesn't do quite that high damage, so we probably don't even have enough damage to kill the George with the A1 since he has the shield. Actually, maybe with the defense buff, but it's not gonna be enough to kill the rest of his team, and he's running with double revive, so it's over. Damn, so close. Actually, if we got the George killed there, it might have been even salvageable since everybody sees it, but okay, now it's definitely over. Yeah, I mean, I couldn't even go with Mountain King because he had double reviver, and if he had just one reviver, I totally could have done it, but with his single target only damage, he would never be able to finish off a team like that. Yeah, we're reading the same stuff every fight. I guess I'm gonna do it as well. I don't know if it's just because Wukong is that super popular or because people are picking it to counter me. It's kind of hard to say. Okay, he picked Tormin, but he picked it very early on, so we could totally go for a double immunity at this point, but he does have a lot of buffs on this team. Xena is gonna have a field day if she gets to nuke against this, and probably we're gonna go with Necret rather than Python or something else. That means that Xena is gonna be protected at the start of the fight. I mean, he could ban Necret. I kind of see him doing that as well. Let's ban this champion. I don't want to get locked out again. Okay, yeah, so yeah, he did ban Datsus, okay. We can still even cut in with if he uses any of the Guardial skills, or if he does the Siphi turn meter boost, both of those are gonna proc Xena passive, so Guardial is actually pretty decent matchup for Xena. Okay, so he avoided doing those things on both of his supports, and I guess he was hoping for my Xena to get her immunity buff removed, and then she will get DC'd by the Tormin. But actually, as you can see, the lightning gauge protected the immunity, and with that it also protected every single other buff. That's what makes that's the main thing about immunity, is that if you can, or I mean protection, is that if you can protect immunity, then you're basically untouchable. And that was the reason why at one point, before the current meta, before Taras and Maritzka and Polymorph, for a while it was meta that every single Necret was built on protection set, and even almost all Sifis were also in protection set, and that meant that if you got the immunity buff protected, your nukers or whoever was untouchable by Ramantu, which was very popular at that time, and having that combination was very game breaking for the time. It wouldn't be anymore because we have Polymorph and the meta has changed with Ukraine Duo, but at that time it was a massive deal. It was kind of fun to see at one point protection being a meta set in PvP, but I don't think that's ever gonna happen again, honestly. And it's not like protection was used on every champion. It was specifically used only on those two because of the fact that both of them have immunity, and basically both of them will put it up at the start of the fight. Of course Sify needs to go first, but she's gonna be built as fast as possible, and Necret is gonna put it out even if he doesn't do a turn, which means that generally you're gonna have it up before the enemy Ramantu goes. I don't think I actually ever used the protection Necret, even when it was meta. Maybe I did for a couple resets, but I can't recall if I actually ever did do that. I don't know if I want to go with Necret here, because I mean, I'm definitely gonna go with Xena. I want to get some AoE nukers against the UDK, but he can of course polymorph Xena through Necret, but I don't really have other good options to support her. Maybe Joffred, but I don't have a Joffred, but he might be good in this situation. But also I don't really want to pick other champions this early on when I don't know what team he's gonna go with. Okay, it was definitely a good idea to not go with Rotos, because we probably can't even ban the UDK and we have to ban the Yumeko. I think I have probably fought against this guy before, or I have at least fought somebody using this same setup. He might not go for any reviver at all, so... Should I go with Mithral and Tormin again? I feel like that kind of makes sense. Either I go with Tormin or then I have to go with Quintus. That's pretty much all of my choices. I don't have Arix geared up right now. I have Mountain King in my HP nuke here. I think I have to go with this. Yeah. If I go with Quintus, he's not gonna have any protection, and I feel like he would ban the Necret, so... Okay, we got Elva, and I don't think I can ban it. I still have to go for the lockout ban, because let's say that... Well, should I give it a go? Maybe I'm gonna ban the Elva actually, but if he bans my Tormin now, it means that I'm not gonna really do a lot of damage on Xena at the start. I don't know if I can even survive long enough to get AoE nuke, but then again I can... Oh, he didn't ban Xena, that was a big mistake by him, but even if he did ban the Tormin, I could have still hexed his team and petrified them with Mitrala. Maybe that would have bought me enough time to actually get the AoE nuke with Xena, but I think this is better this way. He does have the Yumeko Hex, which is gonna reflect the freeze. That's why he opened with that instead of the lockout, but that's also good for me in its own way. So too bad we got our immunity buff stolen though. I don't know if I should open with the Hex or the buff strip. I might just get stunned instantly again. So okay, he didn't open with that. Good. Okay, surely we can finish this team off even with the Tormin nuke. By the way, you might have seen or heard about me being recently both on Asher's channel as well as Noobkex, and in both of them my audio isn't super good, though in Asher's channel it's kind of okay, but in the Noobs videos they are super horrible, and it's not really even very listenable because of that. And that was kind of my bad. We had a little bit screw up that we used different programs for the two different videos. And first of all, I need to get a better mic, and I have already ordered a better microphone, but I don't know when it's gonna arrive. But I am working on this stuff. But on the Noobs video, we were using Discord for voice or for everything, and Discord does that goddamn stupid thing that it resets the settings for no reason, even without asking me. And it was using the wrong microphone. It wasn't using my actual microphone, but my web camera. I didn't know about that. I did ask Noobkex if my voice is fine, but he was being, like, I guess, very polite. And he said it's fine, even though it was horrible, and I could have totally fixed it, but yeah, the audio got screwed up. It's kind of bad because I feel like those were pretty interesting videos and discussions that we had with Noobkex, but they were kind of ruined because of the audio issue. I don't know if we're gonna lose this one. It looks pretty dire situation for us. Damn, we really needed to get the freeze on that Wukong. Maybe I can do it with the A2. It might be enough damage to kill the Wukong if I get the buff strip. UDK is gonna take one hit, but Wukong is still gonna get buff strip. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's super close, but I think it's good enough. But yeah, thanks a lot for those two for making those videos. And it actually kind of felt like, how could I say? I feel like it was easier to do their videos than do my own videos, because I'm not super good like doing all the, let's say, like TV or radio hosting kind of stuff. But if they are just like asking me questions, then I feel like we can have a pretty good conversation. Probably not if I were the one asking questions, but I think it was kind of easy to do when they were leading it on, and probably wouldn't go well the other way, but yeah, it was kind of fun and it felt actually kind of easy. I was super nervous because I'm always pretty nervous, and in general I'm not a great public speaker, but I guess it was okay. So I mean, granted that the Noobgex videos are almost not watchable because of the audio quality, but maybe we will redo that at some point with much better audio when I have the microphone. I actually have something already in mind, but I want to... what's the word? Do we have the passive? We have the passive, right? Yeah. I want to do it properly the next time, and I'll wait for the microphone to arrive. But I know that the production quality on my videos is a bit lacking. Not just the audio, but also the video. And I actually got some... Damn, this is super close. I think the UDK might actually solo our Tormin. But I actually got some great tips from Noobgex on how to use the video better, so maybe I'm gonna incorporate the trick that he showed me. Actually I can do it on this video. Well, he told me to use this setting sometime when making video, because he does it, and he taught me how to set up the video when I'm doing videos with others, both of them which I have never done. But yeah, I'm trying to get this stuff better as well. But unlike his name, I'm the I'm the real noob in this situation. So god damn it, it was kind of close. But both of the fights that we had with Tormin, he didn't quite have the damage to finish them off, and probably he could have done it before the patch. But let me show you. So he has the 2-star blessing, and before the patch that would have meant that we get the defense, but now you need 3-star for the defense, so we're actually missing 600 defense from the masteries, as well as the 38 crit damage, and that probably would make a huge difference. So though I don't think I have any blessing at all on my Arix. Where is he? Yeah, yeah. Anyway, she doesn't have any blessing, so she's gonna struggle with the same issue. Wait, what level do you need for HP? Okay, yeah, you get that one on the first level, so maybe I should even go with Arix in those matchups. I think I might switch my Mountain King gear on Arix for the next video. Also, I'm not getting to use Helicat at all today because everybody is picking Wukong, and it's kind of impairing my options. Okay, so we're like 3-3, which is okay, but some of these fights that we lost were super close and kind of winnable, or actually both of them except the Georgid one. I feel like I should have won those fights. I mean, not with the picks I had, but I feel like they were winnable if I did something a little bit different. But anyway, Arix is definitely gonna be on the next video. Let's put it that way. Dude, every single fight they're picking UDK. I mean Wukong, not UDK. I'm picking the UDK because they're going with the goddamn Wukong every time. Wait, he's going with triple nuker. That Wukong has Soul Reaper blessing. Probably it's not gonna be in accuracy support build. But also that means that he's maybe, okay, let's see. Maybe we're gonna go with Helicat in this fight and ban Wukong. That might be an option. He already picked 2 nukers, so the chances are that he's gonna pick like a a reviver, okay, reviver and something else. And he did go for a pseudo lockout, but that's not really lockout in the way that I generally think about it. So we could go with should I go with Torment? I don't know if I'm gonna shoot myself in the foot. Not Mitra with Torment. No, let's go with Helicat. And we're gonna ban the Wukong. Probably Torment would have worked in this fight as well, even without defense buff, because as you can see he's putting out a lot of buffs on his team and he doesn't have any immunity. But probably both of them would have worked, so maybe this is actually a bit safer choice than Torment would have been, though with all of those buffs, probably his entire team or most of his team would have been frozen at this point. Oh yeah, I can't hit anybody because of the goddamn taunt buff on him. It's so confusing that we have provoke and taunt, and I always mix them up. Okay, surely we're gonna win this fight, right? Even though he does have the Harma passive, and our A3 isn't gonna do any damage now, so okay, we can't go with A2. But regardless of that, we definitely can kill this team. He doesn't have any other heals except Arbiter, and those are not very big, and yeah. Arbiter is very squeezy and already dead as well. Yeah, this is the power of Helicat, and this is what I was missing in the other fights when I wasn't able to go with Helicat. And it's kind of funny because my plan today was to pick Wukong a lot more, but they are picking it in every fight, and I'm not using either Helicat or Wukong, which are maybe my two powerhouses, so maybe next fight I'm just gonna go with early Wukong and see what happens. I think if I do that, it's almost certain that they're gonna go with either UDK or Rotos, or both of them. But let's play it out a couple times and see what happens. Okay, so we're going with pretty much the exact same stuff again. Maybe I can... I was gonna say that maybe I can sneak in a Mitra this time, but if I pick Mitra now, he's definitely gonna know that I'm gonna go with Tormin, so I need to go with Nuker. I guess I'm just gonna go with Rotos. I don't really want to commit to Xena if he's going with Arbiter anyway, and and also he could still pick a second buff stripper, so Helicat wouldn't have been a super safe choice either. But I guess we're gonna go with Tormino. I feel like he kind of saved it up this way, that now he could go with the second buff stripper if I go with Helicat. But let's go with the other route and see what happens. Should I even go with... I could still go with Necret. If he bans the Duchess, I feel like he can one-shot me. Maybe I will actually go with Necret instead of Mitrola. We're not gonna have the defense buff now, and we're gonna do way less damage with Tormin. But his team is super squishy, so surely we can do this one. Oh yeah, he did go for Mikage. Yeah, even though I didn't go with the Helicat, but he still did do it. And the issue with Mikage here is that they are gonna... When she does the ally attack, they can easily kill my Rotos. Even if he wasn't going with triple nuker, but we're definitely gonna go for a Mikage ban. Yeah, and he banned my Necret, so his plan was definitely to abuse that. If he banned Necret, he couldn't kill one of the champions, but he could still do it on the other one. But let's say that he does ally attack on Rotos, and then he just kills Storm in the normal way, so it was the right decision to not go with Mithril. Maybe I could have survived because we got the Judge's Bolster, but I think this should be good enough at least as well. I'm kind of groggy because I didn't have the longest sleep and it's Sunday, but if I don't wake up on the early time slot, the second time slot is way later, and then you might be surprised, but it takes, first of all, the actual video takes 2 hours by itself, but then processing the video is gonna take another 3 hours, and by that time it will pretty much already be a Monday, so that wasn't an option this time. Ideally, I would have done the video yesterday, and then I could play it at any time I want, but I was so busy this week that I wasn't, I don't have any videos in stock that I did beforehand, and this video is gonna be released as soon as I get it done on the same day. Often I do the videos like 1 day beforehand, and I know that some of the more professional CCs like both Noobkex and Ash, they often do videos multiple days beforehand. Some of the videos are of course very like if Plarium does some kind of update or announcement, those videos are gonna be the same day, but you can do other videos days in advance and be much more prepared. Okay, he got the dodges this time. It hasn't really happened a lot today, though it does generally happen fairly often to me, so let's just go with this. Also, I didn't make a video about me pulling for the White Queen event. I only pulled the minimum number of ancients for it, and I didn't get anything, so I skipped making the video, but I'm sure I will do it on the next time, but I didn't want to make a super boring and wasteful video about it. But I really need to get some champion pulls done as soon as possible though. I think in this fight we're definitely gonna go with Helicat. At this point he still has to go for one nuker, so even if he, well actually never mind, he could pick a Wukong and then another buff stripper. Maybe we will save the Helicat pick for one turn, but after that we should be safe. Actually, maybe I should have gone with Wukong instead of Mikage, but I wanted to go with Python to have some revive because it's not gonna be a fast fight, so I don't want to go with Arbiter, and I kind of want to have some reviver in the team, but yeah, last pick was gonna be Helicat. I kind of already decided that beforehand, to be honest. I think we have to ban... I already forgot her name. She has like a weird name that I have never seen anywhere else, but yeah, we're gonna go with the ban on that, and that means that Ronda can one-shot the Rotos, but we do have one revive at least. But honestly, this fight already kind of looks like a lost cause. I don't see me having any chance of winning this one. I don't even know if my nuker is ever gonna get a turn in this fight, so... And his dodges was even faster than my Mikage, which is a bummer. That means that we are not able to stun anybody. And yeah, we probably have to switch forms and do the buff strip, but how many... Yeah, he has double polymorph. 2 champions with 6-star blessing, so there's very high chance that... Oh wait, and he also had immunity set, protection set on Duchess, so Duchess actually has protected immunity, and so does Ronda. I didn't even notice that. Maybe I should have just done ally attack on Duchess, but then again it definitely wouldn't have killed it, and Ronda is gonna one-shot my Rotos anyway, so... Unless she procs like triple reaction, but my Rotos only has 1 reaction piece, so no way that's gonna happen. Oh, he didn't open with the A2, that was actually kind of good for me. Let's go with buff strip, because I don't want to waste the revive and not revive Rotos, but I still think we lost this fight. I don't see myself making a comeback here. He has that Harima passive, and I can't really kill anybody in his team very fast with Rotos, so... And he took my Duchess. If I had the same matchup and I had the Duchess and he had the Python, I'm sure I would win it, but with this matchup I think it's a lost cause. Even though I kind of got lucky at the start of the fight actually. Yeah, even if I get the revive up now, both of them are gonna be at 50% turn meter, and at least Harima is gonna go before both Mikage and Rotos, and she might kill both of them. Mikage might actually go before Ronda, but let's see if she gets a turn. If she does, then I guess that means that I can stun everybody in his team except Ronda, but okay. We got provoked. That sucks. Okay, come on, okay. Nope. I was gonna say get feared, but nope. Yeah, I'm super easy to counter, not just not just by countering me in like in general, like picking good champions against my very limited pool of champions, but you can also pick some of my champions and then I'm gonna be even more screwed, like in this fight. Necret isn't... I mean, he's used, but he isn't that popular in live arena, so he pretty often doesn't get picked, but if I need him and he gets picked, then it's pretty bad for me. If Python had full turn meter revive like Sifi does, maybe I could, or I could probably in that situation turn around this fight. I probably would have already done that because Mikage would have got in before his nukers, but that's the difference between 50% and 100%. 50% isn't that good, 100% is super insane. But yeah, White Queen has the 75% turn meter, maybe that's good enough. We will see. Okay, let's just surrender and not waste any more time. It was a lost cause from the pick and ban phase. I already knew it when I saw his champions, but I had to give it a try at least. Okay, we're losing every fight today, so let's do something else and see what's going on the Reddit. What? Okay, this was totally not planned in any way. Wait, let me show you. Like I said, I just woke up before this video. I definitely didn't look Reddit beforehand, but actually somebody posted my tier list on Reddit. This wasn't a post by me, nor anybody that I know, but let's see if the comments are very negative, because I know that Reddit, oh, I mean, this is my subjective opinion, but I feel like Reddit in general doesn't really focus that much on PvP, and they are very like wait, let me think about it. Again, we lost both Necret and Duchess, but maybe we can go with Helicat this time, or we're gonna force Helicat in this fight. There's no other choice. Yeah, let's go with this. But yeah, I feel like Reddit isn't that into PvP, and they also often complain about updates and spending and so on. And I think in general they hate everybody who has spent any money on this game. So I'm not expecting it to be super positive. It's kind of a coin toss, but let's see. Fuck. Yeah, my allergies kind of kicked in there, and I didn't want to do that on in front of the microphone. Okay, he kind of knows what I'm going for already, I think, because he went with both Tormin and Mikage, but I don't really have any other choice. I really have to go with Helicat here. So I guess we're just gonna... Which one are we gonna ban? Actually, we're gonna ban the Mikage, yeah. Anyway, let's see what the... Oh, he banned Python, I'm screwed, yeah. Let's see what the Reddit says. Wait, I thought I already picked the Wukong. Okay, let me fix it. I feel like I know there's like one button where you can easily split two screens. I forgot how you do that, but I know there's definitely a way to do this way better. Ah, god damn it. Yeah, we didn't give a lot of time for Reddit, but the fight is already calling us. Okay, so I polymorphed the Harima, not the Tormin, which might seem like a weird choice, but if I get lucky here... Wait, should I just not even open with the... I feel like I should open with the A1. No, the Duchess is gonna go before my Rotos. Okay, never mind. So Rotos could easily, of course, one-shot Tormin here now, but I'm not gonna be able to hit anybody because of that Whale and Duchess going first, so it is what it is. And by the time that it ends, Harima is gonna get out of that polymorph, which means that we're not gonna do any damage with A3 because of Harima passive. So let's use it now because I don't want to get extra turn, and I want to hold on to the A2 and not waste it. Okay, why is this so hard? Yeah, you can definitely tell that I'm not a professional CC like Ash or Nupkex. They were changing things during the video and they can handle with that stuff, but definitely I cannot do it, so... Okay, let's put the Reddit out of the way and take a look at it after the fight. I thought I was gonna use the A1, but I guess I had the A2 already triggered, and I shot myself in the foot. That wasn't my intention to go with the A2, but it is what it is. Anyway, I guess we're still in the fight, but it's not looking... Oh, and Rotos got instantly frozen again because of the defense buff. It's not looking super good. I think we might get another loss, but let's see. If I could just kill this Harima, the issue is that Helicat can't crit on the goddamn Harima because of the stupid passive. Oh my god, another freeze. But if I can kill it, even though Duchess can revive it, it would buy me a little bit of time to set me up, and maybe I can still do it. Okay, nice. We stunned the Necret with counterattack. Oh, and that was so close. The thing that I most wanted to do was get the block buff debuff on Harima, which we weren't able to do, but we still got some of them up, so that's pretty good. I didn't get the Harima shield either. Does he have 6-star? Wait, it's not 6-star, but he does have polymorph on Harima. Okay, now she's so low HP that Helicat can definitely kill her. But am I gonna get frozen before that? Let's see. I didn't go for the... Okay, I guess I'll have to go with Rotos and see if we get lucky, but... Okay, no weak hit, nice. I kind of wanted to use the UDK heal right there, but then if I did get frozen, it would have been a horrible timing. Maybe I'll do it on next UDK turn. We will see about that. I don't think my Helicat is gonna go before Harima, but I hope he does. Oh yeah, extra turn, nice. I really needed to get that. I don't know if I can kill this Justice. It's kind of low HP, but he still has the Harima passive, but it's kind of close that I might be able to do it. Okay, good. Yeah, it only hit 54k. Without the Harima passive, it probably would have been like 254k at this point, because I stole a lot of HP, but... Okay, Helicat got taunted, it's definitely over now. Yeah. Kind of close, but not good enough. We're not having the bestest of days today, but it's definitely not the first time. Let's quickly look at the Reddit, because I'm kind of curious if there is a thread about me, and of course I want to see if they are positive or negative about it. I kind of have mixed response on Reddit, that sometimes people like my posts and sometimes they are super negative, even though it's the same post that I'm just advertising my videos, but let's see what we got here. Okay, it doesn't look that toxic. Yeah, okay, yeah, this is totally fair. There are a couple champions. There are a couple of oh goddamn. There are a couple of champion placements one can disagree with, but it's a solid list for high tiers of Flyverin. I mean, that's fine. I will definitely take that. Okay, it looks like it's pretty positive. Maybe it's just me being like overly sensitive, but I do generally feel like I get a negative response on Reddit. But like I said, it's kind of a coin toss, that sometimes it's very positive and sometimes it's very negative, and there's not a lot of like in between and level-headed constructive debate nowadays, I feel like. Not just on Reddit but elsewhere as well. Okay, I have definitely fought against this guy many times. I feel like he has been level 97 for a good while, but if I recall right, this guy likes to use both Ragas and Harima, so we should expect some of those. Okay, well, if one of my videos gets discussed on Reddit, even if it's negative, it's good for me, so I'm gonna be happy about that. Okay, so he did go with Ragas and Harima. I kind of did remember this guy. I think we had pretty close fights with him. I'm pretty sure it was like that, but it could be that he has dominated me, but I think it has been fairly even or something like that. We'll probably go with probably gonna go with the Xena and Rotos again. Maybe even triple nuker with Helicat. Let's see what he picks first. It's good that we have the last pick, or I mean, I would have definitely gone with Justice if I had the first. Oh, double lockout. Oh, god damn it. I can still go with Kaimar, who probably can resist and get up a lockout, but the fight is basically gonna be over at this point, so I don't know if it's gonna do anything to me, but if he just bans the Necret, kills the Xena with AoE and Rotos with Harima multi-hit, I think that's gonna do it, but which snooker are we gonna ban? We have to go with the lockout. Maybe my Kaimar can resist, probably not, but who are we gonna ban? I guess, yeah, I guess we go for the Harima ban. And he did ban my Rotos, which, you know, he was going to, but I wish he banned Xena instead, but I think we're screwed on this fight. Yeah, going with the last two picks, both being lockout, is actually a very good choice. I like that strategy. I don't know if I have ever seen it. I definitely have seen double lockout a few times, but in general I recommend saving lockout as your last pick or one of the last picks. Otherwise it's a lot easier to counter. Well, not easy, but then people are gonna build their team around either banning the lockout or... Okay, he made a mistake there. Banning it or countering it. He definitely shouldn't have... Oh my god! I made a mistake as well. I accidentally misclicked my keyboard and Ronda did A1 and now I got lockout. I could have easily one-shotted his goddamn Ragas. Oh my god. I was getting so happy I misclicked my keyboard. The issue is that... Oh my god. Okay, I guess it's fine. So, I'm getting super panicky over here. So, if you click numbers on your keyboard, it's gonna use your abilities, and you can also use the letters Q, W, and so on to change between different abilities. And I accidentally like pressed my finger like one button too high, and I went for the A1 instead of like that. It instantly used the A1 instead of like just clicking the letter. Anyway, I misclicked that. That was my bad. What was I talking about the lockout? Yeah, as you can see, this is not really my element. I'm not the best like broadcaster or public speaker. I kind of get carried away with my own thoughts, and my English is scuffed. But yeah, I liked his choice of going with the double lockout as the last two picks. If you pick a lockout early on, the enemy team is either gonna use champions that are like gonna be good against lockout, or he's gonna prepare his team in the way that he knows that he can ban the lockout and probably be fine. But if your last 2 picks are both lockout, there isn't too much that I can do about it. I guess the main reason why you never see this strategy and why it might work better against me than other people is that if you pick 2 nukers early on, the enemy team might counter you as well, and if you don't go first with double lockout, you're probably gonna be in a very dire situation. So now that I think about this as like slightly more, I can see that this strategy has some serious drawbacks, but clearly he knows my champions as well, like I know his, and I don't think he has pulled this strategy before, but it actually kind of made a lot of sense to use it against me. But probably there is some weaknesses that it isn't a surefire strategy against other people, and if it was, I would have definitely seen other people pull this off or fight against this many times before, so it makes sense now that I think about it a bit more. But okay, we got the win at least. It was super close, but surely now I can finish it off even if my Xena dies. We had so many close fights today that I ended up losing that I would be very happy if I got 1 win in a close fight. Come on, come on. He doesn't have any AoE now. Surely I can do it. Oh my god. Are you kidding me? I think we lost it again. No. No. Dude, every fight is like super close margin, but I lose it. God damn it. I hope we get some very good 1+1 event next week. I mean, I don't have an insane amount of shards, but I have some shards, so maybe, okay, actually, if there is a sacred event, I can do it, but maybe if we have 1+1 event on ancients, I have a pretty decent chance to get one. Maybe I can get Ragas or Harima and change my life. But I mean, I have been saying this for a super long time, but I really want to get a good pull. Specifically a nuker, and it is something that Parium likes to do and tends to do. They do this all the time. We just had by the way, I don't have any information, just so you know, so if this happens, it was totally I just called it. I don't have any knowledge, but Parium likes to do the 1+1 events right after we have a 2x event for that specific shards, so I wouldn't be surprised at all if we have a 1+1 ancient event next week. Hopefully we will have one, because I really want to pull my shards and see if I get anything. But anyway, let's move on to the next loss, I guess. I think the last maybe 4 or 5 sessions I gain like 30 to 60 points every time. But I will be lucky if I don't lose any points today. This is not my best performance, but the main issue is that if you know my champions, it's very easy to counter me and what I like to pick. And I guess I have the issue today that the Tormin isn't doing a lot of damage after the blessing update, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like he actually got indirectly buffed by the update. The issue is that I have way too low level blessing on him, so I could use some blessing pulls as well, not just shard pulls, but yeah. Would be super cool to pull like a high level blessing, not even 6-star, but let's say a 4-star blessing on any of my nukers that don't have one. I could really use it. Even if I get it on, let's say, Arix, I would definitely start using Arix a lot if I get that. My next plan is definitely to get 4-star blessing on Xena, and I'm gonna do that with the split souls, but I think I have both Xena, Helicat and Tormin in my Mikage again. The issue here is that okay, let's just go with Mitra. Let's see what happens. But I don't remember what's the term that is used in the in-game tooltip, but you can choose those 3 different champions that you have extra chance to get, and Tormin, Helicat and Xena are the 3 champions that I have on it. Would be super cool to get it on any of them, but of course the chances are pretty low to get it. Okay, so he went with Initve. I'm gonna go with Helicat. I think I'm gonna ban the Mikage. Wait, should I go with Xena? I almost feel like I could go with Xena and... Does it make any sense? Let's see how the fight goes with Xena. I don't have any Necret, so this might be a huge issue. I was gonna go with Helicat and ban the Mikage, but let's try it this way. Okay, I'm screwed either way. I don't have a very tanky team, and I'm definitely not gonna have a fast fight against Harima. Never mind a Harima that is protected by Necret, and I'm gonna eat a Mikage stun before I get any turns, so maybe if my Mitrala can cut in between the stun and his Nuker's turns and my Nuker's turns, that might do it. Or I'm not gonna win the fight, but I might get a turn with Trotos at least. Yeah, okay, Xena was a mistake. I should have gone with the Helicat. It would have been at least a little bit tanky, but probably either way I would have been totally screwed in this fight. Yeah, Mikage and Wukong both being basically free-to-play champions is kind of issue for me, because they are both good just in general, but they both completely destroy my Helicat as well, and they get picked very often. Very often I see teams using even both of those champions. Yeah, with all of these extra turns, if he just didn't have the goddamn Harima passive, I would have killed his team in this time already with this many turns on Rotos, but I can't use the A3 and I'm not that threatening against him. Yeah, I could have just surrendered that fight in the lobby and not even play it until the end, but yeah, maybe I should have even done it. I think there was no chance of winning it. Maybe with Helicat, but probably I wouldn't have been able to do it. We might end this fight today back below 4.7k. I don't think I dropped since I got up there, but I just got barely like 5 points over it or whatever, so we might have it the first time. Okay, actually, even though this team looks better than those other teams that we fought like earlier, this guy might not be familiar with my champions. This is definitely way more favorable team for me. Maybe we can actually do this one. I don't know if I would go with Xena or Necret, but yeah, let's what am I saying? Let's go with Necret and then let's see the last pick. I meant between Xeno and Helicat. But yeah, even though Daras and Mariska are definitely better in general than those other teams that I met, but this team doesn't have those really big counters to me, except Wukong. But if he doesn't pick Lockout here, we might actually... Okay, he went with Lazarus. That's kind of interesting as well, but... Wait, I have to double check. Lazarus ignores shields, but surely it doesn't... Well, I don't have time to do it, but Lazarus doesn't ignore block damage. And his team is gonna be very tanky with Ursuka. I might not have enough damage to kill it with Harima, so... with Xeno, so... Yeah, let's go with Helicat. Yeah, okay. Well, Lazarus does so many things that I had to double check, but... Yeah, he ignores the shields, but not the rock damage, so... I think I should be good. Yeah, this is how it works in live arena. This team looks very strong and intimidating, but I think we can actually beat this team, unlike the other easier teams that we met today. I can finally get the full use out of my Helicat, and he even went for the UDK ban. Maybe he felt he was kind of forced to do it, but... Oh wait, why did I go for the A2? I was just blabbering and not paying attention, but now I have... Not only can I use my Rotos when he doesn't have Harima or UDK, oh, I mean he has the Ursuka passive, but I'm still gonna do some nice things here, but I also get to use my Helicat rock damage to fairly decent extent. He does have the block buff debuff on Lazarus, as you saw, but the uptime isn't... it's low enough uptime that we can get some use out of the Helicat block damage here, but... I didn't want to hit the Ursuka at the start of the fight with Rotos, because she still had potentially the reaction up, but we're definitely gonna focus Ursuka first and then maybe go for either Lazarus or Mariska depending on the situation. The only issue I see here is that I already kind of accidentally wasted the Duchess immunity, and I can definitely kill the Mariska fairly easily with Rotos, since there is no Harima, but we will also get stunned afterwards, so I need to be kind of careful if I'm gonna hit Mariska, and I should only do it when I can go with the A3 when she doesn't have the shield, and so that I actually get the job done and I don't get stunned. Actually, should I just go for the A2? I have the shield for one turn and I have defense buff, so I'm probably gonna get stunned, but I guess I can tank the damage, so maybe it makes sense. Yeah. Oh, I even resisted the stun, so that's great. Yeah, he got the Ursuka back up, but with the goddamn Lazarus passive, which does revive, but we're making progress. We're getting the damage from kill streak and so on. Does he have polymorph? No, okay. Nobody's in polymorph, but not even Mariska. Because Helicat does do weaken on the A1. I don't think it's 100% chance. Let me look it up, but he's of course not built in accuracy, so it doesn't happen that often. Did I just get extra turn from the Taras? A2, nice. So he doesn't have any accuracy on Taras at all. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, Helicat can get polymorphed every time he does A1. It's kind of risky, but what is the actual chance of proccing it? Okay, it's 25% and books up to 45%, but in practice it happens insanely rarely, just because even if you don't build the supports with accuracy, with resistance, I'm getting so confused. Even if you don't build them with accuracy with the polymorph, they often will have enough to debuff my Helicat anyway. And no, that's not what I meant. What I meant, I mean that's true, but that's not what I meant. What I meant was that you also don't build the supports with accuracy, with resistance very often, but you might accidentally have good enough amount of resistance, or actually pretty much always the supports are accidentally gonna have enough resistance that my Helicat isn't able to put the weekend debuff up, which is a good thing for me, and that's why it very rarely happens. But sometimes in those situations when you really don't want him to get polymorphed, I might not hit that champion with polymorph on Helicat because I don't want to risk getting polymorphed, or maybe I would do A2 when I wouldn't have done it otherwise, and so on. Yeah, I was getting super confused in my mind there, and I was saying things that I wasn't meaning to say. That sounded kind of similar and totally confused my train of thought. I'm not gonna even cut it out. Let's see on the video me mumbling nonsense. Okay, it's again Harima. I would be so happy if Harima was just deleted from the game. That would make live arena so much easier for me, but probably Harima is needed in the game and a good thing overall, but I wish I had her, or she didn't exist, but I guess I'm still gonna be a sucker and wait. I was supposed to go with Helicat and with UDK and Rotos, but I accidentally went with Necret instead of UDK, but he still didn't pick UDK. I'm actually kind of surprised. He could totally do it as his last pick, so I think I still have to pick the UDK. I guess it's gonna be the same Xena strategy again. I'm expecting him to ban the judges, but this kind of looks like semi-winnable fight, so maybe we can get a win at the end and barely be positive on today's fights, hopefully. Oh yeah, the UDK ban does make sense with Dorminas the Nuker, but that's actually pretty good for me, where UDK against this specific team was maybe the least of my worries. My biggest worry was him picking UDK, but the Wukong can destroy us, so let's not get too... wait, is it a support build? I don't think it was a support build, but if it's in nuke build, it can definitely kill our entire team in a one nuke if it gets the right opportunity for it. If he first takes my Necret a bit lower HP and then he goes with that, I can get totally destroyed. It's not looking super good. That pesky block buff debuff is should I even go for revive? I guess I'm gonna do it. It's a menace to me, but he does have a very squishy team, and I do have a reviver, so if I can just hang in here for... Oh, nice. So this is, by the way, very good example about polymorph. I have explained this many times before, but it attacks in turn order, and as you can see, that kill, that nuke definitely should have killed my Xena, but dodges proc polymorph, and even though it's AoE nuke, everybody is not hit at the same time, and it goes in the turn order, not turn order, in the order that you pick champions. In Classic Arena it would be on your team order, but if you use somebody as your aura in here, it's still gonna go with the original pick order, but because of that, Xena didn't even get the damage from that skill, so it doesn't just work against debuffs, but it completely interrupts the skill, and my Xena only survived because of the polymorph. That is one of the big reasons why polymorph is so strong. Not only that it can do it, but just the mere fact that it has a chance to do it kind of deters people from using debuffs. And as you can see, in this type of situation, even using AoE nuker that has debuffs on the skill can be kind of risky, and I guess it kind of balances Harima a little bit, that in general she's insanely good champion that is very safe with not really any other risk except for the fact that their AoE nuke can actually be interrupted, and that is one of the reasons. It's not the main reason actually, but it is one of the reasons why it's super good to pick your reviver as the first champion and some like supports early on with polymorph, specifically to protect your nukers. And it's something that you will also see a lot in Classic Arena defense, that the champions are picked in very specific order. The nukers are generally gonna be in the last one, not just because of polymorph, but there's a couple other reasons as well, but it kind of depends on the specific champions that you have in the team and so on. For some champions you might specifically want to have them as the first champion or the last champion on your team. It kind of depends on their abilities. Okay, so it's gonna be a heavy speed team with ally attack. That means that probably he's gonna pick Ronda, and that means that well, I'm gonna go with Necret, but Necret can also get destroyed. I think we're gonna go actually with Helicat is definitely gonna be one of my nukers, because he can't die to the ally attack and he can't pick a buff stripper anymore. So let's go with Necret and Helicat. And if I pick two random nukers, like let's say I went with Necret, Rotos and Xena, he would have definitely banned my Necret in this fight and I would be screwed. But now when I have two champions that can make it so that I survive the ally attack, even if he bans the Necret, Helicat is gonna get the turn, or if he bans Helicat, then my other champion is probably gonna get the turn. Okay, he did go with Nuke Wukong, but we're still gonna ban it, by the way. We're not even gonna think about that, but do I want to go with Xena or Rotos? Fuck. Yeah, I was kind of super late, I had to make a panic choice, but I think if I went with Xena, she probably could have died to the ally attack from Cardiel. If she didn't, I would have definitely, after that I would have gotten turn meter boost and cleaned off his team, but I don't think she could have survived it, or maybe she could have if Georgie didn't proc the passive, but that was kind of risky, so I decided to go with Rotos. Yeah, he survived it because of him being tanky and having reaction and so on, but Xena wouldn't have done it. Okay, good, and we got in before his revivers. I wonder if I should. I don't think I can kill the Arbiter. I don't know if I should go for the Georgie kill, but probably not. Let's go for the... Georgie doesn't have any turn meter anyway, so let's go for the Arbiter kill. Yeah, if she revived the Arbiter and then Arbiter revived the Georgie with full turn meter, that probably would have been worse for me. Wait, should I go for the... well, in either case, both things are safe. Let's go for the block damage, but I probably could have killed even the Arbiter with the AoE nuke, but we don't need to take any risks, so let's just do this. He already used the one skill on Georgie that can ignore block damage, so at this point he's just gonna get shredded by the Helicat passive and we should be good. Unless I get like polymorphed, but yeah, speed teams usually don't have any polymorph, or very little, and he only has Arbiter with polymorph in his team. I don't know why he has it that way. I probably would put the polymorph on Siphi and not Arbiter, but for this specific team it doesn't matter either way, but unless he has multiple Siphis, I would probably want to have the polymorph with Siphi on other fights, assuming that he uses any other types of teams than speed, and maybe he doesn't, but probably he sometimes has to, so... Okay, it's kind of getting close, but surely we can finish it off in the end. Come on. Okay, nice. Rotos will definitely die if the Georgie gets a single turn at this point with A1, but okay, we can kill it. I also don't want to give the Georgie... Oh my god. Am I gonna still lose because of the goddamn Siphi A1? Yeah, I think I lost, so it is what it is. Helicat could have definitely killed the team otherwise, but if he got the Georgie, if he got the skill back up that can ignore block damage, then that would have been it, but it was super close. Maybe I actually should have gone for the AoE nuke at that one point and not the block damage. I thought I had it in the back, but maybe that was a giant mistake in the end. And yeah, I think we ended today with 50% win ratio, or maybe one more loss than win actually. I can't see the couple early fights, but happens. I think there was so many fights that were super close that we could have easily gotten like 5 wins more, but not a big deal. I mean, I'm not gonna get, even if I did get like 5 wins in the row at the end, it definitely wouldn't make any difference to me on the big picture. And I'm super desperate to get a nuker, maybe some other champions as well, but just give me one decent nuker. Not even like Taras or George, but if I get like a Harima or Ragas, both of them would be super good. And yeah, maybe I can make some progress as well if I can just buy the 4-star blessing on Xena. I think that's gonna add a massive amount of damage, because we're still missing the 38 crit damage. And probably on the next video I will have Arix geared instead of Mountain King. We didn't use him in any fights today because he needs to be used in very specific situations that enemy team can only have one reviver at tops, and it can't be a Duchess because Mountain King can weak hit on her, and they can't have any UDK in the team. And often they will have 2 revivers, or there is UDK and other stuff. It is kind of hard to use him, but sometimes he's good, but I don't happen to have 2 super good HP scaling nuke sets, or actually maybe I should take a look at it, because it's been a while since I thought about it, but that's why I always had one of them geared and the other one not. But maybe I could actually have Arix as well. Right now he's just in some random pieces for Cursed City. This isn't any proper build, but yeah, next video I will probably have him geared. And that's it. Have a nice Sunday. I didn't do super well today, but it is what it is.